Hello and welcome to the Galloping Gurus, your home for daily horse racing analysis, race previews and expert insights. If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Or for even more in-depth analysis, join the Galloping Gurus membership club at gallopinggurus.com, where you'll receive our exclusive race analysis before the markets even open, giving you access to our thoughts ahead of the day's racing. It's all about getting that value, and if you get it the day before, then you'll certainly be getting exactly that. Ciao, ciao.
Hello.
Hiya, mate.
Hiya. Yeah, all good, G.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just been busy, mate, trying to obviously get the podcast up for today, and then just a whole load of other things, really, just to do with all of this stuff. So yeah, just busy, really. Just I've been having a quick look at the market movers a little bit. I see, obviously, Lake Como had loads of money for it yesterday and whatever else, but I do see John Butler's horses have been heavily bet today as well, which I'm not surprised at, because I was reasonably impressed with how he won last time out. Obviously, 2 on the bounce there, but 13 to 2 and a 5 to 2. They've not left him alone. So yeah, that interesting. Our other one, I think, is still around the 9 to 2 mark, or 9 to 2, 5 to 1 actually in a place. Obsidian Verse, the one that you mentioned on here, reasonably strong in the market, and I'm not surprised, to be honest, to see Slack Bob being a little bit strong either.
No, the only thing with Slack Bob is I fancied him when he won at Lingfield, and the main reason was he was dropping down into a 0 to 65 that day.
Yeah.
And obviously still just above that mark off of 70. He could be competitive for sure, but I just have slight reservations.
Yeah, up in grade.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, hopefully that is the case, and Santiago boy goes looning on in.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be good for us anyway. Okay, well, let's move on to tomorrow's then. We've got Lingfield. Should we start Lingfield?
Yeah.
Okay. I have got nothing until the 320. I shouldn't think you have either. Well, you might have.
No.
I've written a little spiel out. I've said Dandy Khan is a friend of the show and multiple Lingfield winner, 17 runs, 5 wins, 2 places, course and distance record, 7 runs, 1 win and a place. She's been running in mostly higher grades since March and into a Class 6 and a pound below her last winning mark, having run an eye-catching enough race last time out at Lingfield over 7 furlongs to finish third behind our horse, Mr. Mojito. She was staying on strongly to suggest she was about to hit a little bit of form, and into a 0 to 60 will help. I'd prefer it if she was over the 7 furlongs, but it's not a good race and not many in form, so forecast 5 to 1, not too bad. The other one, Bayesian Bandit, is also dropping in grade, having run a couple of decent runs in 2nd and 3rd in Class 5s, and most recently at Haydock and Wolverhampton. The Haydock race was a 0 to 79 last time out, and seeing as he's £8 below his last winning mark and will probably be prominently ridden in a 0 to 60, would also be a little bit interesting with a shout at forecast odds of 5. So that's what I said about that race. I don't know if you had anything else to add to it.
No, nothing. I think you've raised some good points there, especially Dandy Khan.
Yeah,
Must have a little bit of a chance.
Yeah, she's a good girl, isn't she? For her grade, she's been a great horse for the owners. I know they've actually sold it to new owners now, but she's been a good horse for the yard, that's for sure. So it's certainly been a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So the 355, I have said in here, Powder Monkey is interesting to see if there's a market move for him as a 3-year-old receiving weight for age and just second time in a handicap, having ran in a 0 to 80 on turf first time out. Sorry, first time in a handicap, and now dropping into a class 5 0 to 70 on the all weather, where where he's placed twice in 2 runs, in which those races have produced winners. Forecast to be 15 to 2. And I've also said Red Hat Eagle to me does look like he's coming into a little bit of form, and into a 0 to 70, having been running in class 4s, might have a better chance than his forecast odds suggest of 12. That's what I've said about the race. I don't know if you've got anything more interesting to say about it.
No, I didn't really like the Lingfield card much at all, if I'm honest with you.
No. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm happy to hear what you like, and yeah,
A few interests. That's it, really. Not jumping up and down, that's for sure. As you can hear, there's a couple in each race that I've written about there. But yeah, just small interest,
yeah.
really.
Do you know one thing I was going to say actually about the 245, and it's only a fleeting sort of comment, is I think you'll remember back at Royal Ascot, there was a bit of a tip for the Joseph O'Brien horse in the 2-year-old race.
Yeah, there was
One number,
what a
and he
number.
actually rocks up now in a maiden at
Yeah,
Lingfield.
that's unbelievable, isn't it?
Obviously, he was sent off just under 10 to 1 that day at Royal Ascot to win.
Yeah,
And then a couple, there was, and that I think he had another horse in the race, and apparently this was the one that the yard sort of fancied. Quite obviously, they didn't envisage him running in a maiden at Lingfield
no.
a couple of months down the line, especially as he's trained in Ireland. And
Yeah, what a bizarre thing to do.
yeah, that was. I thought that was probably the most interesting thing on the card, the fact that he was running there. Really,
Do you think it's got anything to do with the owners, Simon Minear and Isaac Swade?
well, I wouldn't have thought so, because apart from Royal Ascot, he's run over
Ireland,
in
yeah.
Ireland. So
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they might have thought this looks a good opportunity because it is a class 3 maiden, I think. So I just there could well be some sort of bonus for winning as well. And
I mean,
he's tried his hand in a listed race and then got beaten up at Galway last time in a maiden race, novice race. So I suspect they're sort of running out of ideas for
but I
what.
mean, you are turning up here, and there's obviously a Charlie Appleby horse, an Andrew Balding horse, George Bowie, Richard Hannon. I mean,
Yeah,
there could be anything in there. It's a long way to bring one over, isn't it? If you
certainly is. Yeah.
um,
Like I said, if you thought you were going to be competitive at Royal Ascot,
yeah. Well,
this isn't where you would have thought you'd be in a couple of months' time.
no, definitely not. No, interesting watch that, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So that was probably the biggest interest at Lingfield for me, to be honest.
Well,
Not a betting point, but
no.
just an interesting watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Okie dokie. All right. Well, should we go to Newmarket?
Yeah, I think we probably like the same one here, don't we?
I think so. Yeah. In the 3:10, I've said Potomac River ran an eye-catching race at Haydock over 7 furlongs last time out, finishing strongly into fourth, looking like a step up to a mile wouldn't be a problem. Dropped another pound and into a 0 to 70. He's a lightly raced 4-year-old for a yard that have been in good form, and he can still improve. He's forecast to be 13 to 2, and anything over fives. He could be played small each way with the 8 runners. That's what I've said. You got anything? I'm sure you've got something else to say, possibly.
Not too much. No, just I think we're both along the same lines with him there. The yard in good form, down in grade. Jamie Spencer riding. Not a bad booking considering how many meetings you're on.
Yeah.
At least you've got a jockey who can get it done. It's like you say, 8 runner race. He can't be. I think we sort of said yesterday, he can't really be too far back off these lot.
No.
Not unless they all race in single file anyway, which would be ridiculous. But
Well, I tell you what, stranger things have happened in my time.
yeah, certainly have. So, yeah, from that point of view, he should be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
And some of these don't look at any good really at all. I mean, horses wheeled for Joseph Parr seems to have lost all of his ability in the last month or two. Big Alex Walmsley, I'll be staggered if that's good enough. You'll have to pick me up off the floor if he goes by.
Think you'll have to give up.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely question marks about a lot of the others in here, aren't there? And it does look a good opportunity for Potomac River to run well, at least, like you say. If he is at a price where you could back him each way, you'd like to think he'll be hitting the frame.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Yeah, I'd if I looked at this sort of race, I'd halve my win stake and just play each way. So if my win stake generally was a tenner, I'd do a fiver each way on him if he was 5 to 1 or above. Hope that he wins, obviously, but I think he probably will. I think he probably should get into the frame, shouldn't he? Especially, hopefully, it stays an 8-runner race.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. You don't want one coming out and it only be in the 2 places, but yeah, I think should have a fair chance.
Rain is forecast there, so I'm just gonna take a So anyway, right, okay. So then we're off to the 3:45 race to the stars. I've said I'll be interested to see how he goes. Good all-weather form, has to prove it on turf. That's it. It's definitely not anything I'll be putting up. I'm just interested to watch. They don't often keep them for 266 days or nigh on, 3/4 of a year. If they don't think they're going to get something out of it, I'm only interested in watching. I definitely wouldn't be playing it, but that was just
could be quite exciting to watch, really, couldn't it? It's definitely bred for at least a mile and a half, if not further. Bearing in mind I remember the dam. She was quite a big mare, and she stayed really well.
Yeah.
So there could be plenty of improvement to come as it gets a little bit older and a little bit stronger, especially at this trip. Maybe even further.
Yeah.
And the run at Chelmsford was quite good, wasn't it? Bearing in mind, I think King's Code was on in a good rich vein of form then, and the third horse was about to strike form, old Whitcomb Rockstar. So Toby Moore taking off 7 here. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't bet it at short price, but
no.
But I would watch just for interest.
Exactly, that's what I thought. Because I wrote very little down for it, but just an interest to say the least. Okay.
And plus, I would say they don't keep many 4-year-olds.
No, if they
With
don't think they've got nothing left in the tank.
no, not 4-year-old geldings off a mark of 89. So they must think there's a bit more juice to be squeezed from Race to the Stars.
Yeah. There we go. Interesting stuff there. So we jump on to the 420. I've really just written a bit about it. I definitely don't really have a play in here personally. I've said that Cherry Cobbler is obvious, having won easily last time out when we had him as part of our 4-timer. £5 penalty, must have a good chance. He's up in grade. Problem is, it's forecast to be 11-8. I've said Mr. Writer was disappointing last time out, but would have a chance of getting back to his Leicester form. And Can in the rain could have a small chance too. Dropped another pound. He's a course winner. I thought there was a few in here. Really, it wasn't. I wasn't jumping up and down. Obviously, Cherry Cobbler absolutely bolted up the other day, and there's every possibility that a £5 penalty won't stop him, but 11-8 won't have me rushing to the bookmakers to take that chance. Better race than last time, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
a few in here that might have some sort of upside. So 11-8 is way too short for me.
Yeah, a few more unexposed types in this, aren't there? And plus, you've got, bizarrely, from the same stable, you've got Where's Freddie, who absolutely loves it at this track as well.
Yeah.
So that complicates it, even if it was just the two of them running.
Yeah.
Let alone all the others.
Yeah. Mr. Writer was disappointing for us that time, wasn't he? I mean, we obviously stuck him up when he won, and then the next time we were bitterly disappointed. But I don't think we've necessarily seen the best of him. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's finished. And the Fanshawe Yard are in form. If he jumped out of the grounds tomorrow, I wouldn't go, God, blimey, how's that done that? Do you know what I mean? One of those races where it was difficult for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well. I think he'll probably still be rated higher come the end of the season. It's just a shame he managed to put in a piss poor run when we put him up.
Yeah. Well, but to be fair to him, he did win for us the time before that. So I mean, I suppose still got a 50% strike rate with him.
Yeah. I prefer the 100%.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh well. Okie dokie. All right. So if we pop over to the 451, I've said here sibling rivalry has a £12 turnaround with Society Girl for a half-length defeat. So Society is going to need to have improved to hold that form. I think Travelling Man did well in the circumstances last time out at Salisbury when the winner and second both got first run on him and he finished strongly to only be beaten a length. You'd say the first and second haven't exactly held the form up, but Rossa Raheen ran in a £25,000 Class 3 next time, so probably had no chance. And Royal Poetry ran in a Class 3 at Ascot for 42 grand in a Shergar Cup race, so also probably didn't have too much chance. At a forecast price of 4s and receiving weight for age, second time in a handicap, he might have a small chance to show them he's moving forward. That's what I've said on the race. I don't know if you've got anything more interesting. I know it's only a 5-runner race, but
No, yeah, I'd agree with that. I was a little bit interested in Travelling Man. Like you say, sibling rivalry, little bit of a chance as well. Didn't have a strong view in the race personally, other than I don't really like Expressionless.
Yeah. Okay.
Which won't be getting me rich.
No, exactly. Okay, well, fair enough. That's a small race, so we'll be off to the next. Have you got much to say about York?
I've got a few.
I've got nothing. So let's go to York, and you can take centre stage. Where do you want to go to first?
Well, the 225, the sales race, just a quick one here. Obviously, Sun Goddess runs in the sales race, and um, I think it. Yeah, I was going to say it's won a Group 1.
Yeah,
So rocking up in a sales race, it is about forecast be around even money. I'm not suggesting anyone bet it or anything like that, but I mean, she quite simply should beat them, really, bearing in mind her group race form.
yeah,
There is a raider from France, but I'd be loath to I'd be loath to back that against Sun Goddess. Really, I think it's one of those where if you want to have a bet in the race, you'd be better off trying to find one at a decent each way price. I mean, pretty much everything is going to be a big price,
yeah. It
bar
is.
the front 2 or 3.
It's all priced up, and the second favourite is Tokaido at 9-2. Sun Goddess is 11-10 into even money. The rest of them are huge double figures. Actually, no. Satellite of Love is 6-1 as well, but the rest of them are huge double figures. I think you.
Yeah,
I think you're spot on. I mean, like I couldn't bet Sun Goddess, but I mean,
no,
like if it runs to 114,
yeah,
these guys need to sprout wings, don't they? They
they
probably
need
need
to
an extra
start at the
leg.
5 furlong pole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Um,
one of them. I'll be really interested to watch. Um,
yeah,
but I mean, like you just said, I mean, won a Group 2 and a Group 1, and
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I mean, it's fair enough running because obviously it is big money.
yeah,
So,
absolutely. 300 grand, you're
so
definitely turning up to pick it up, aren't you?
well, exactly. Yeah, if you can, you may as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's not going to earn anything in the horse box, is it?
No, no, exactly. No, no. So, yeah, on to the 3 o'clock then after that.
Yeah,
Again, there's no prizes for this one either, but centigrade, it's probably going to be around 7-2 ish. And it is a 17 runner handicap. Totally get that. And it's only its 4th run. It's off a mark of 102. But I do know as a 2-year-old, heading into its 3-year-old year, they did think this was possibly going to run in the Guineas. So it picked up a slight injury, missed its whole 3-year-old year, came back about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago,
yeah.
to
2 months.
just win at Savile. Was quite a big drifter that day, surprisingly. And now into handicaps, I would be surprised if it wasn't better than 102. Obviously, I actually don't know what the injury was, but you would imagine it was relatively serious to keep it off the track for that amount of time.
Yeah.
Um, and like I say, it's forecast to be about 7-2, so it's not a big price, but this is quite a good looking horse. I really liked it as a 2-year-old, saw it at Sandown. Um, I'm excited to see it back on track and hopefully with an unimpeded run injury wise. And an unimpeded run at York as well would be nice to see how it, yeah, see how it gets on. Drawing in 8, Ross Orion booked.
Yeah.
I'd be keen to see how good it can be. And plus, it's got form on heavy ground. It's got form on good ground. So whatever happens ground wise, it should be fine.
Well,
Um,
I saw somebody mentioning that even though York were forecast to get rain, they still persisted with watering the track. Now the rain is coming. There has been a lot of moaning about, you know, you've carried on watering, and now you're going to turn the place into a quagmire potentially. If you had rain already forecast, I saw a whole load about it. So I mean, there is
yeah,
forecast to be rain there. He's 9-2 into 130 top price, so they're obviously having a little bit of a go at him. So he's I'm sure he's fancied there, mate.
Yeah, I mean it's a really interesting runner because I know how highly they thought of him as a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
Um, it's just quite nice to see, hopefully, him back on track and maybe see just how good he still can be.
yeah,
He was a real big, strong 2-year-old as well. He was quite imposing. So a little bit of time off might not have done him too much harm from that point of view. And the fact they haven't run him back too quickly after his comeback, I think, is a positive.
yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because obviously the bounce factor certainly comes into play then.
Yeah, 63
Um,
days off, 2 months. I mean, I think that's a. I think you're right. It's a good thing.
yeah, I mean it's up against proper
Mm,
decent tough handicappers here. You got the old Check and Challenge who goes relatively well at York. He's tried his hand in group races as well.
yeah,
Um, Bullet Point
yeah,
came back to form last time. Couldn't rule him out. There's horses you can't rule out for sure, and I
yeah,
wouldn't be advocating going in at 100 to 30. But if I had to have one running for me in the race, I'd certainly take a chance on Centigrade.
yeah. Exactly. I mean, that is the point to this, to the podcast. You know, we're not sitting here saying this will, that will. In fact, I never say this will, that will. But ultimately, we've done the form, and you know, we're just basically talking about horses that should have reasonable chances in a race, and ultimately, it's up to you guys whether you play or not. But I mean, we will also say, you know, the price is, you know, too short. We wouldn't personally play it, but you know, if you're sat there having a bit of fun for the afternoon, you know, and you want to have £2 on something and have a bit of fun, then you know,
Yeah, and it's not horribly short price either. So it is still fair enough. I mean, you take a 3-1 winner every day of the week, really, wouldn't you? But yeah, like you say, whether we'd back it in that scenario is another matter. I mean, I'd certainly at 5-1, I would.
yeah, there we go, exactly, yeah,
There's no doubt about that.
yeah,
So yeah, that was just about that, and then didn't have much to say about the 335. Obviously, Kalpana turns up after a King George exploits, and she takes on Mini Hawk. I can't see any reason why Kalpana shouldn't beat Mini Hawk again.
yeah.
I think it's for me, it's cut and dry. Really, that
Hmm.
I just think Kalpana, if she turns up in the same form, I think she'll win.
Unless Colin does something funny.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only
Well,
way,
there is.
isn't it, basically?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's always even money, but
uh, okay, all right. Well, that's that
yeah,
race.
yeah. And then just a little thing in the nursery, the 445. Quite a good race as you'd expect. Got this one again, stating the obvious, Perfect Nation. I do think it's got quite a good chance, rated 88. Billy Loughnane was quite complimentary about it last time at Fosslas.
Hmm.
Um, the way he was talking, it was like he definitely thought it was better than a mark of 88.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he didn't come out and say that, but
No.
um, that was what I inferred from what he had to say. Drawn in 4, good draw. I'd be surprised if that didn't run well. Obviously, Rebels won at Glorious Goodwood, so there's numerous horses in there with a chance for sure. And a little one I was interested in, Telegraphic, won at Brighton on his second start, and was like really impressive that day. The way he strode out, and quite obviously Brighton form heading towards York is not normally a route for success, but
No.
ran at Yarmouth, seemingly was going to win and got beat. But a mark of 82, he might run some sort of race.
Hmm.
Not sure about the ground for him because all 3 runs were on good to firm. So if it was soft, then I wouldn't be having anything on him at all because I don't necessarily think the Charlie Johnson horses run their best races on soft ground.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's sort of been proven over the years, really.
Yeah.
So that was of interest to me at a big price. And like I say, I do like Perfect Nation. I think it'll run well.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that was pretty much it, really, for York.
Right then. Okay. We will then jump over to Newcastle then, where I have to be honest, when I saw Newcastle, I thought, oh, hopefully there'll be something here, but I've got zilch to talk about until the very last race of the evening. So unless you've got something interesting to say.
No, I don't.
Sad, isn't it? I mean, I left Newcastle for this morning. I thought, I'll get a fresh head on this one, and well, sure enough, I didn't need one.
No, that's a little bit disappointing, really.
Yeah.
Still, when I saw Newcastle, I was thinking the same thing. I thought, well, there'd probably be a good few there I like.
Yeah. Well, I've written something about the 854. I've said White Umbrella won at Ayr last time out, having travelled very well through the race. Now she's in form, it's probably the best time to catch her, as she normally is only in form for a short period of time. She's still £5 below her last winning mark at Wolves last June, and she won 2 races in quick succession there. She likes your weather and has Jason Hart on board, so a forecast price of 8. I can't see why she wouldn't go well. Mount Ruapehu is back on the all-weather since his last win at Stubble off a mark of 60. So, having dropped to 57 and Jack Nicholls taking the £3 off his back as well, he might have a better chance than his forecast odds of 12s suggest. He's a course and distance winner and hasn't been disgraced on turf this summer, but he's been dropped £11 running on the turf, and it's an all-weather angle and into a 0 to 60. That is my theory for potentially a better run. I'd want at least 8s for a small play on the pair against the field. Literally, it'd just be a price thing, very small play. I wouldn't be going in hard. Obviously, I've said that. But, they would be the 2 that I'd be interested in at prices.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Like you say, it is all about price.
Yeah.
And trying to narrow it down to what has the best chance but equals the best value as well.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, it's sometimes you look at a race and it might not be the best value, but you think, well, that just will win.
Yeah.
And other times you think, well, this has got a chance, but at that price, I would be willing to take a chance.
Exactly, yeah. Risk reward, isn't it? And
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Sometimes it's fair enough backing a shorter price because you just think, well, I mean, it's not a big price, but I think it's actually a good price in the context of the race or the scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, there we go. That's our thought today. And thank you for listening. Okay, so that just about wraps everything up for today. Thanks for listening to today's analysis. If you found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss our daily race previews. For our exclusive early analysis before the markets open, visit gallopinggurus.com and become a member today. We mostly rely on people's kindness to donate for our hard work, so if you feel like you got something out of our analysis or out of our content, please don't hesitate to go to the gallopinggurus.com website and hit that donate button. No matter how big or small, we appreciate your support. Be lucky, everyone. Enjoy the racing, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao for now.